Broadcasting from Watts Creative Studios and live on Grove Street FM. You're listening to Talk Local to Me, brought to you by the Central Virginia Business Coalition.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Talk Local to Me after a small hiatus.
I was going to say,
an unprecedented week where we were not here.
I know.
Live. And I'm sure every one of our listeners missed us. And we're so sorry Woody had to take a break. I mean, rude.
That's
so
rude.
But we're back.
I know. It's my fault.
Yeah.
Went to Disney.
100%.
Even more rude.
Yeah, no, right?
It was for research and development. I will say that.
Okay.
I saw pictures. Yeah, we're having just
We were researching and developing.
Yeah.
My question is, who won at the mini golf?
Oh, good question.
I won both.
Careful.
Well, in all fairness, I distracted her the first two holes.
Follow-up question, who kept score?
I did.
There you go.
And there we go.
That's it right there.
I'm going to let you pull your own conclusions from that.
Yeah,
I'm not that good at math.
He doesn't count well.
Yeah.
So I am Heather Alto with the Central Virginia Business Coalition.
And I'm Mike Norfield with Visiting Angels, America's Choice in Home Care.
Yeah. Oh, I like it. Way to throw it in there. Way to throw it in there. So we are going to be talking today all about our upcoming event. We've got two of our sponsors for Bedford Centerfest, and we're going to be chatting with them about Centerfest and about their businesses and about all that they do in our community and kind of get that promotion out there as well. But couple quick things. As you guys know, we like to kind of let y'all know what's happening around the area. And aside from Centerfest, which everyone who is listening needs to attend, which is next Saturday, September 21st.
That's this Saturday?
No.
I mean, next Saturday?
It's next
Saturday.
That's coming up quick.
Yes. So 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Downtown Bedford. We're, taking over pretty much all of downtown. So we've got about 6 different roads that are going to be full of vendors. We've got close to, 160 some vendors, including food trucks and artisans and crafters and commercial vendors and you name it. We've got it. We've got Kid Zone this year. We're really excited about. We have, of course, the inflatables and the obstacle course. The mobile laser tag will be back this year. We also have a larger petting zoo. We're going to be working with Spring Valley Horse Farm. They're bringing out a pretty large petting zoo and pony rides. We've got the pony rides back for the first time in probably 5 years or so. So we're excited for that. Face painting, balloon twisting, fairy hair, lots of things for the kiddos. So. And most of it's free. There are some things that are being charged for. I think laser tag and the pony rides, there is a charge. We also have Liberty Middle School cheerleading is going to be manning the dunking booth this year and raising funds for the cheerleaders. So go out and dunk them and help them do some fundraising at Centerfest. I mean, nothing more fun than dunking your friends. So my daughter will be in the booth at some point. I think she's the 2 to 3 o'clock shift. So I'm not even going to use the ball. I'm just going to pay to just keep smacking the button for
here's $20. Let me dunk
a couple hours. Let me just keep dunking her in there. But we're excited for everything. We're praying for good weather. Right now it's teetering on a 50-50 chance. But I will mention this is a rain or shine event as long as it is not hurricane level, weather. So if we're still just seeing it's going to drizzle or there's a % of rain throughout the day,
it's going to be a little cooler.
Yeah, it's going to. It's supposed to be right now. If it knock on wood, it's supposed to be like 70s. I don't think it's going to be really bad. So it's going to be really nice. So lots of things to do. And I know we're going to be talking in a little while. With Josh Turman's booth, it's going to have something fun.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited about that. I know PJ's doing some giveaways. And so we're going to be talking about that. So lots of things. Great food trucks. Cousin's Maine Lobster is going to be there. So if you're looking for the lobster and shrimp, and then of course our festival favorites, Porterhouse Catering will be back. El Cabritos is coming back. Us WVA Concessions with their funnel cake and fried Oreos will be there. Hot dog vendors, lemonade vendors, cotton candy vendors, shaved ice cream, you name it. It's probably there, except for pizza. I don't think.
Nah.
But I mentioned pizza, but Domino's will be open. And that leads me into also shopping your local businesses because all of them are also open along the route and the streets. So Centerfest is for, of course, the vendors that are there. But in reality, it's also very much for our downtown local vendors because that's what we're trying to do is create a sense of community and local family friendly event. So we're really excited for it. So come out next Saturday again, 21st, 10 to 6. We have some wonderful bands, by the way, coming out. Glenn Shelton will be playing, Nashville recording artist. Glenn Shelton will be playing from 4 to 6.
Excellent.
We have Carly Ray. She'll be coming in and playing before, kind of kicking off, Glenn Shelton. And then we also have new this year. We have 3 new bands that are going to be coming out this year. And I'm going to make sure I have, I want to make sure I have all of them correctly when I say them. We have the Waffle House Index. They're going to be new this year. They're going to be playing at 1:00.
I love their name.
Yeah, it's really cool. I'm looking forward to. I've heard good things about their band and what they play. And then we also have Dreamcatcher, and she's a violinist.
Oh,
and so
they're wonderful.
Have you seen them?
I love them. Yeah, they're
so
fantastic.
They're playing at 11:30 to 12:30.
Yeah.
So we're really excited for them. And then we also have another 3-piece band that's going to be playing at 10:30. And they're called Tradition. Have you heard them? I've looked them up online. They sound really great. So really excited. Yeah. So lots of new music to come out and listen to this year.
Good range.
Yeah, the farmers market should be hopping. So we're really excited for that. And then of course, you can go down there. We do have a beer garden. For those of you who would like to purchase a beer, Fables and Feathers will be there with some wine.
Yep. But the alcohol has to stay in the band area. It cannot leave. It cannot leave the beer garden.
Yes. Let me just make that very clear because we have people that don't seem to understand that situation.
There's one every year. And it's not the same person. It's not one person. I'm just saying. There's at least one every year that's like, oh, but I just bought this beer. I want to go up here and look at things. Well, no, you drink it down here.
Yes. Yeah. There is a gated area in the farmer's market. You must stay in the gated area with your beer. No matter whether it's bottled, whether in a glass, it stays in the farmer's market. And we do have people stationed right there at the exit that will ask you to throw away your beer. Drink it. Yeah.
The only way you can take it out is inside of you.
That's correct. Tip it or something.
Good point.
So
they got to pass your tent and my tent.
Yeah, they have to
we
pass
got
all
extra
the tents.
security.
We're gonna have Woody there tackling people.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good job.
We need to dress you up in your Sasquatch uniform.
Yeah, Sasquatch.
Yeah, y'all watch out for the Squatch.
You want to sober up somebody real quick? Let him tackle
Attack by Woody.
I just see the Sasquatch come running at him.
Oh my gosh.
And nobody will ever believe him either. I got
That's
tackled by
hilarious.
Squatch.
Football.
I don't know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
So a couple other really quick things. If you are looking to do some networking this month and you are, a small business in our area, whether you're a member of the Central Virginia Business Coalition or not, we have a coffee talk here in the Bedford area at Blossman Gas on the 20th, so the day before Centerfest from 8 to 10 a.m. We are encouraging businesses from Bedford, Lynchburg, Roanoke, Smith Mountain Lake, anyone that can make it out. It's right off 460, so it's a great opportunity to network and get to know other businesses in our region. And then we also have on the 27th, which is the following Friday, our coffee talk in the Lynchburg area at the Hilton Garden Inn, which also is part of our community giving fair that runs from 8 to 11. With that, we have nonprofits that will be set up with tables where you can meet and greet with other businesses, but also get to know your local nonprofits and what they do in the community and how they can support and, how you can also support them. So lots of good opportunities there. And we're really excited for, everything coming up. So, yeah. I think that's about it. Who knows? I like to add things. So we have a coffee talk in Appomattox as well on the 24th.
Yeah.
So don't forget that.
The one in Vinton?
But that's usually our Roanoke one. And this month we collaborated and combined them for the one in Blossman just because it was very easy to get everyone to the same one. So, but going back to next month, it'll go back to a Roanoke Vinton event as well. So we have that. And then there's also the potential for a ribbon cutting at our office. We're trying to nail down the date and time. But that will be towards like the latter part.
Tomorrow at 7 a.m. So
not
you can't go out of the gated area with alcohol.
That's right.
So we're going to kick off the show today. And we are going to be talking with PJ Bell. And she is a local realtor out at Smith Mountain Lake, but she also does a variety of other things as well. So welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, Heather.
And I wanted to kind of start out first and foremost, just letting you kind of talk about, the real estate and, what you do there at the lake. And then we'll kind of move into the other things.
Okay, thank you. Yes, I've been a real estate agent for 22 plus years, covering Smith Mountain Lake and the RVAR, Roanoke Valley, and Botetourt. So pretty much keep myself busy for over 22 plus years. Excuse me. But I had started Buzz, sponsoring Buzz, and just doing Buzz about 3 years ago, which anybody who listens, because I know we have a large listening audience out there. It started actually, Jay Bond Bishop had wanted to interview me about, everything I had my hands into in the community. So, and then the launch of Smith Mountain Lake Buzz. And so that started Mangoes. I remember because our first gift card, $25 giveaway, and then we were asked to come to other marinas and areas around the lake because we're pumping up the community resources and what people are doing in the community and the quickest way we could update. And so in lieu of positivity, I usually announce the live events a month before on SML Buzz because we generate positivity by people saying kind things about each other. And then they're entered into a gift card drawing when I do the live shows and have, the businesses are very open and giving about their product line or gift cards or, anything like that. So that's going to be going on continually through the year, the live shows, as well as my podcast on Doc Rock. And those come out live on Doc Rock on 8 a.m. on Sunday mornings, and then out for your download on local podcasts on Mondays. So you would go to your favorite podcast and then download the SML Buzz. And there's probably, I don't know, I have like 30 podcasts on there so far and keep going strong. So the great benefit for the community on that is they hear of multiple or different resources they've never even known or exist, So, and what I've learned from the experience is how many people really work well together, that they're more of a team effort and collaborations than they are separate. And so that has been a very positive impact for me, showing that what I'm doing is hopefully helping, the community. So that's a great gauge. And we have just morphed into SML Buzz getting more and more known. And what I do want to express too is we're, silver sponsor, that PJ at the Lake is silver sponsor and bringing SML Buzz over to the booth too, so we can do a couple live giveaways. And this year we're going to have Baby D, one of my assistant's daughter's 2 years old, play Little Buzz to go ahead and do the draw. She sent me the bee outfit yesterday.
That's gonna be cute.
It is gonna be cute. So we'll do a couple minutes here and there, throw on lives, and have her draw the names.
Yeah,
because that that's just the best way. And bringing it and maintaining with our whole family atmosphere. And it's all about the community and involving the children. They're our future, and getting them involved in community activities.
Right.
And of course, focusing on everything local and the local businesses.
Yeah. So I got to come on yesterday to SML Buzz, and that will be airing. When is that going to air?
That's going to air live this coming Sunday, 8 a.m.
Okay.
And then you can download it on Monday.
Okay. And where can people go to get that?
Your favorite podcast, or we have Grove Street.
Grove Street.
It's in the Grove Street FM app, y'all.
Are you everywhere, Woody?
Well, I know. I think he's stalking me with squash.
Yes. Always.
Yes. So I think it's really cool what you're doing to really bring together the community and talk about all of the positivity. And I love that you focus on the positive, and because I think things can be so negative all the time.
Yes.
And so I think, having something where you're always bringing that, fun and laughter and just things that can kind of uplift somebody. Because you never know. They could be having a bad day and they're going to listen on Sunday and hear my voice and be like, oh my gosh, she's awesome. What?
I was getting ready to say, it can be the smallest thing that turns somebody's day around. And then you said, well, somebody will get to hear my voice. And I was like, nope, there goes that.
Yeah.
So,
See, this is why Mike can't be on the show, because we have to be uplifting and positive.
That's right.
So,
I think that's really
win
anything is coming on saying
Yeah.
positive.
Okay.
Yeah, and I love
Since
that
you don't work for me, you can enter.
And I love that local businesses donate
Yes.
Yeah.
giveaways
Exactly.
to you each week so that you can give those out for people. And so you encourage people, and let me just go back because I know you already said it, but you encourage them to listen in and then make posts about
exactly the
positive things in our area.
Yeah.
And not so much a business download type of thing. My goal is more community engagement of, hey, what interests you? Or, I'll throw in trivia or funny things on and off, to break up some. But I'm noticing more engagement as well as we're working on some tweaks since Meta for SML Buzz and, business pages along the way. Is it okay if I go ahead and announce some of the gift card giveaways we're
Sure, absolutely.
Cool. We have that will be given away on Bedford Centerfest. I'd say between like 1 o'clock to 3, and between Lori Andrews providing a $50 gift card for LAT Wellness Studios. And Lori's just awesome.
She is.
She's been my personal trainer. Talk about positivity. And if anybody goes there, don't tell her that you like a certain exercise. Okay, you'll never live it down. So, just a tip. Okay, Celeste Bailey, owner of Hawaii Fluid Art, she is giving a tumbler away and a $25 gift card. If you haven't been there yet, you've got to come.
Okay.
I was at their business after hours, and she's also working on helping the situation on trafficking as one of her, chosen community events. Not community event, but you know what I mean.
Right.
It's taking donations to help.
Her community focuses.
Yes, exactly. I'm Bill Morris from Prime Lending, the best loan officer out there. He's closed me, if not on time, before time in like 15 years. He's providing a $50 Lowe's gift card. And we have a couple surprise guests. One we're looking for is Sheriff Mike Miller, and I had podcasted him maybe about a month ago. And if people would like to listen to his podcast, he mentions a lot of resources I wasn't even aware. A lot of us I don't even think are aware of in Bedford County for senior citizens, sometimes you just think they're way more active than what I thought. And so he may show up, and then, my goodness, a surprise visitor, our very own executive director, Heather Alto.
Oh, well, she may show up.
She's not going to wear
I'm not sure.
a squash outfit.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, she may pop on by.
She's
got a free second.
And you can see Woody may be on there too.
If I'm not chasing anybody out of the ABC guidelines and they're wanting to chase.
This is true. Well, can we have laser tag down?
Yeah. Yeah, that would be fun.
You said adults could play laser tag.
As far as I know, I think the adults can go in there.
But not
and
the
play.
pony rides.
I guess it just depends on how strong the ponies are.
The ponies. But SML Buzz, I do podcasts every week, and they come out on Dock Rock, which is also on Grove Street at 8 a.m. And then you can retrieve them off your favorite podcast platform. Just type in SML Buzz. And the entries for the drawings, please go into SML Buzz. You look under featured. A couple, you need to listen to the podcast and answer trivia questions, just for a few. And the other ones is make a positive comment, and then you're in the drawing as well.
Okay.
And those will be read.
Okay.
Where they're drawing, who wins them, and what their comment was. So keep it clean.
Perfect.
Because I'm going to be near the beer garden in the game.
Well, I personally, just say thank you for, sponsoring Centerfest, but you're also like an overall sponsor of the CVABC. So we're always appreciative of your help and your
I've enjoyed it like 3 or 4 years.
attitude.
I think now we are.
And you're always so positive and exciting to be around. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
And I know Mike has a few things he's going to ask you before we.
Yeah, there's a couple questions I asked.
No, I wasn't arrested.
Every guest. So July 12th, 1920. No.
I know. I was.
So a question I ask every guest is, how long have you been part of the Central Virginia Business Coalition?
At least over 3 years.
Okay. And what do you think is the best part of being a member of the CVABC?
Well, of course, Heather.
Yes!
I mean,
I knew it. I knew she was going to say it.
Because she and I, when we were started talking about, we went to lunch at Los Amigos, a crazy.
We did.
Yeah,
we did.
and Autumn was there, and we partook in a few. There's
yes,
a couple
off hours.
margaritas.
Yeah, after hours.
After hours.
It definitely after air. She doesn't do it prior to air. Anyway, so and we were going over different collaborations we would like to do together, and I think some of those might be coming up in the future, which you can listen into SML Buzz, and we can listen into you guys on, especially at your live every Wednesday. So, but you can be downloaded too on.
Yeah, we can. Yeah,
okay,
download
cool.
that.
Like if anybody misses any of this information. Oh, too. I found out last night, Anna Heckman. I've known her mom from Mommy's Clubs for years, and she is doing something with like Bedford County and like Stanton River for teenage girls. $10 kits of like hygiene items, makeup things, for giving away. There's no like profitability on that, and so I'm backing it up big time because it's helping out people who probably not familiar with certain things or whatnot, and it's especially so. If you need any more of that information, I'm going to go ahead and put her contact up on SML Buzz. It's only $10 a kit. And I mean, get one that's going to help, one teenager. I know our goal was to sell 60 this week. I think we can surpass that. Just, networking wise, anyhow, to help those teenagers.
Okay.
And so I wanted to announce that as well.
Awesome.
All right.
Well, thank you for joining us today. Make sure you guys check out SML Buzz and make those positive comments for your chance to, win a gift certificate, but also to put positivity out there, period. I mean, it's not about winning, just making those positive
There's no
comments
violence yet.
Appreciating people. And then we hope to have your booth, have them come to your booth at Centerfest.
Well, we don't have the dunking booth yet, but that's considered in the future.
Yes.
Dunk PJ Bill.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, sweetheart.
We are going to head to a quick commercial and we will be right back.
All right.
Visiting Angels, America's Choice in Home Care, is now serving Lynchburg and the surrounding counties from their new location at 2201 Linghorn Road, providing our community with personal care services, including assistance with bathing, dressing, meal preparation, grocery shopping, light housekeeping, and much more. Our trained staff have to pass all of our requirements for a high standard of care, ensuring that you have a compassionate, kind, and qualified caregiver. Our office team works with you as a partner in providing care for you or your family member to make the task of starting and continuing care an easier process. At Visiting Angels, we understand that every individual is different. That's why our team of dedicated caregivers is committed to providing tailored assistance to make you happier and healthier at home. Call 434-439-4698 to learn more about our services and schedule a free in-home, no-obligation consultation. Trust Visiting Angels in Lynchburg to bring peace of mind to you and your loved ones.
Visiting Angels, America's Choice in Home Care.
And welcome back. If you enjoyed that commercial and thought, hey, that'd be a great place to advertise my business, you can always reach out to Heather at Heather at cbabc.org. That spot's available. So if you want to advertise your business there, we can help you record the commercial. We can have it read by one of our wonderful hosts or Heather, and we can also, you can record it yourself if you like and go over that. I'm sorry, I missed picking on you last week. So
Heather is the best host to read your commercial. No, I'm just kidding.
I haven't heard one yet.
Yeah. So if you are interested in having your commercial played, right here live, and then where people are downloading, we are receiving upwards. I mean, let's talk about this. What, thousands of downloads?
Yes, thousands of downloads and live listeners and constantly using the app. So there's a hyper local engaged audience tuning in right now. Mm-hmm. As you're talking, Heather, right now, live. People actually listening.
Are like,
yes.
I have a question.
Heather.
Are they hyper and local, or are they just very local?
Some probably are. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so for $100 a month, I mean, you can't beat that for a commercial that's playing, consistently. So let us know if you're interested in doing that. Like I said, it can either be host read by myself or Mike, or you can come into the studio here with Woody and he will record your commercial for you and probably do a great job.
We'll put a music bed on it. We'll polish it up. Mm-hmm. It'll be great. And we can actually insert that ad into our network of podcasts as well. So you get a lot of local coverage. Yes, absolutely.
See?
We don't mess around here.
Yeah.
So does that mean my commercial is on other podcasts?
We can. We can absolutely do that.
Yeah.
We do whatever you like, Mike.
Yes.
All right, great.
Awesome. So thank you so much for staying with us. And we are going to be talking with two other sponsors of ours. And we're going to head over to Josh. So Turman Forest Products has been the presenting title sponsor, if you will, of Bedford Centerfest, now going on 3 years.
Yeah, I think so.
3 years I have wrangled him into being there with us. But
Write
the
me
thing,
a check.
right, that's all I say. I messaged him, say, hey, Josh, where's my check?
Yeah, need a check.
No, but I will say I love having you guys there. You know, y'all just don't come and set up a table and like, hey, here's some stuff. You know, y'all always have something fun every year. Y'all have done the balloons.
You've done balloons, and did you do
Snow cones?
Snow cones.
I was going to say cotton candy or snow cones. I knew it was food, but I couldn't remember what it was.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, snow cones.
Snow
I don't think
cones?
we
No.
talked about cotton candy one time. But
that's messy, though.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
And then you have something really cool planned for this year. But before we get into that,
Oh.
I
I thought I was going to find out.
no, I'm going to keep him. Now you got to wait.
Oh.
I do want to let you tell everyone, all of our listeners, you know, what the Turman Group is. What does Turman Forest Products do? How can our listeners, utilize you, or, what are best referrals for you? Things like that. Because I don't think a lot of people know.
Oh, yeah. So I'm Joshua Bond. I'm with Turman Forest Products. We're part of the Turman Group. At the core, we're a sawmill, Appalachian hardwood sawmill company. So we have sawmills, dry kilns, flooring plant, pallet plant, hardwood heating pellet plant, and other value-added, items that we make out of hardwood lumber. So we're based out of Floyd County. We've been in business since 1967. We purchased this sawmill here in Bedford 6 years ago, which used to be Hilltop Lumber Company, which is now Turman Forest Products. 6 years ago, we had 12 employees at this location. Today, we have 32.
Wow.
Company-wide, we've got 14 main locations with about 700 employees.
Wow.
We're one of the biggest producers of Appalachian hardwood lumber, in Virginia, pretty much this side of the Mississippi. But at the end of the day, we're a family company. We try to grow. We try to support community. We try to, grow our businesses, do value add. You can look us up on Turman Forest Products on Facebook, have LinkedIn profile. Of course, the website's www.theturmangroup.com or turmanforestproducts.com. But we buy standing timber. We buy gate logs from loggers. And then we, produce lumber, green lumber for dry kiln facilities, whether we sell it out or it goes to our own dry kiln facilities. But we're just a big hardwood sawmill company.
Right.
And the core of our business is buying timber. So that's what I try to focus on up here, and why I support local events so I can meet homeowners, landowners. We can partner with them on their land. We can buy their timber on multiple different ways. But we're just a local company producing local goods and just trying to grow.
Well, yeah, and I think that's a lot of. I think people don't realize. You see people cutting down lumber. You have people that have a lot of land. They don't know who to call.
Correct.
Maybe they do want it cleared because sometimes you make some money off of that.
Oh,
sometimes you just want it cleared.
Yeah, it all depends. Yeah, it all depends on
a house
the
or
specific track.
Right.
How big is it? Is it 10 acres? Is it 100 acres? Is it mature? What type of hardwood's on it? What are you going to do with it? You're going to build a house? You just want to kind of manage the land. So.
And I think there's people that just didn't know they don't know who to call. So we have someone local,
That's right.
and that's why I think it's important to have you on, and I like to talk more about like what you do versus I love the fact that you guys sponsor things, and this heads over to Philip as well with Perimeter. We appreciate y'all's sponsorship, of course, but really what it's all about is being able to get you guys out in the public, in front of the public eye as well, and have them see what you do. I know there's been, even in the 3 years that you've done Centerfest, y'all have had some changes. Y'all have opened up different areas, and you've added to what you do. And I know we're going to be talking with Perimeter about new things that you guys have coming up, and that's really cool as well. So I think that's the biggest thing, is also giving an outlet, and while we appreciate it, I joke with him about writing me a check, but it's really about getting in their name out and working with them.
It's a great community sport. A lot of people started realizing what we've done during COVID and post-COVID, because all of our byproducts go to paper mills. That's our number one, outlet for our byproducts. Well, you can't wipe your butt with a plastic bag.
Right.
Do you remember the toilet paper shortage?
Oh, yeah.
So our byproducts, is produced into paper products. toilet paper being one of them. So,
Yeah.
it's essential. We were essential during that time.
Mm-hmm.
And, but, the best way to manage your land, depending on the age of the timber is, to cut the timber so it can grow back.
Right. Now, I know you said they are located here in Bedford. You
Yep.
also have, you said in Floyd.
Yeah. So
Is that your main, is Floyd because that's where y'all start.
Well, we started in Floyd
Okay.
County, but our main locations would be in Hillsville, Virginia, Tazewell, Virginia, Christiansburg, Virginia, Galax, Virginia, Sylvatus, Virginia, Arrington, Virginia is a big dry kiln facility, and then the sawmill here in Bedford.
Have you opened something new since last time I talked to you? I feel like that's a lot of spots I don't remember.
No, and that's just all the main locations. We have our own trucking, we have our own timber crews, there's a lot of supporting, vertically integrated companies that we got that all support each other. Like the hardwood heating pellets.
Yeah.
I'm a distributor for our own pellets here in Bedford. So if you burn pellets, you can come to 1133 Baldwin Street and buy your pellets for your pellet stove.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Pallets, you can buy your pallets. You can buy anything we produce. You can buy at any one of our locations.
Okay, that's good to know. I didn't know you did pallets. I should have probably known that because it's wood, and,
Right.
And I have been to the mill here in Bedford. It's really cool to kind of see all the moving pieces to it. I'm always in awe of when I get to go and actually see like a lot of our members in their places of work and what they actually do. Because there's a lot that goes into it. People don't see behind the scenes. People are quick to say stuff about it when you do something wrong or, when they see something they don't like, but they're not as quick to put up there how fabulous things are.
That's
or,
right.
How cool.
Right.
And that's the other thing I'll mention, too, that a lot of our sponsors as well, I mentioned like it's great for them to sponsor and be a part of it, but you guys truly do a lot for the community outside of just like sponsoring Centerfest. Or
That's right.
Josh is one of those people I've worked with, like I said, the last 3 years where we have another event. A friend of ours runs Puzzled out at in Lynchburg, and I think it was 2 or 3 years ago they were having trouble finding a stage to use, and you guys have a small stage that y'all take different places that y'all built, and it's a really cool stage. We've used it at Centerfest, and I called Josh and I was like, hey, my friend needs a stage. Like, can you let us know how much that would be, or can you do it? And every year they've been great about, no, we can do it. And I think they've charged them nothing. They've brought it over there for them. So it's just stuff like that I feel people don't always know about. And I think it's important to let people know about.
Oh yeah.
Because,
we appreciate it. I mean,
community.
Anything we can do to support the community. And, we were talking about kids earlier. I mean, I have a 9-year-old son. So, our kids is our future.
Right.
So, anything we can do, the Sedalia Center, all the local schools, we donate lumber, the YMCA. If you go up to YMCA and there's wood chips in their garden, well, that's where they come from, Turman Forest Products.
Yeah. And so talking about having a 9-year-old and, of course, with the things that you do through your job with the community, things like that, they see that. And they see that it's important to give back to your community and to be involved.
That's right.
Whether through, working for a company that can give money to a situation or just being able to volunteer time and things like that. So it's great.
Oh, yeah.
So going back to Centerfest, now we're going to go back to what they're doing
Okay.
at their booth because I love it. I think it's going to be cool this year. So tell us, what is Turman doing at the booth this year?
So this year, of course, we're going to have some giveaways, some simple stuff, pens and pads and stuff of that nature, but this year we're going to have our own T-shirts that we're giving away that has our logo and the Centerfest logo, but they're white T-shirts that are screen printed, and you'll be able to tie-dye your own T-shirt.
Oh, that's cool.
I've done that for the first time this year at a local music festival, and it was super cool. My son and I loved it. We were there at the festival for 3 days, and we done a T-shirt every day. There's a couple local vendors doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So I wish I thought of this idea, but I just kind of, I saw it, I participated in it. It's super cool.
And it made an impact on you. And
it made an impact. And
so you're doing an activity together, like you were doing it with your son, things like that. So, and then you also, every shirt is one of a kind.
Oh yeah. Every shirt's one of a kind.
Yeah.
And really tie-dyeing a shirt's pretty simple. I had no idea how simple it was.
And pretty fun.
Oh yeah. We done some red, white, and blue ones. We done some orange ones, all different colors. And my son loved it.
Yeah.
Actually, I think he done 4 shirts. He done an extra shirt one day.
Heather, you could do orange and maroon.
I love to stop it.
Yes, she could.
I'm leaving the show now. I'm sorry. You know what? I am just going to say just now, because we probably won't have any more. We have won 2 games. 2 football games so far this year. Thank y'all very much. Go
How many have you played?
I'm just 2.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm
Check.
saying we literally have won 2 games, and I'm just saying.
Well, being from
Orange
Floyd
and
County,
Maroon is
you know.
1 and 1. Can we just now before I get hate mail? I'm sure everything will be fine. Everybody will, we're gonna, follow our normal pattern, and it'll be fine. But I'm gonna ride the 2 for 2 wave right now and
Okay.
be happy about it.
Well, whatever colors you use, come to the booth. We'll be right in the
Josh,
center.
like I get into that.
Yeah. So come to the booth. Come make a T-shirt. They're free. I'll have a good team there, and so we're always hands on. So
And you guys always have a lot of people at your tent, so it's going to be easy an easy thing to manage if you've got children who want to get them there.
And so we got a lot of the kids shirts, a lot of the adult shirts, all different sizes and stuff.
Yep.
And
Very cool.
I was really excited when you told me about this. And actually, we are not doing Centerfest shirts this year just because we didn't want it to be too confusing with people going, oh, I don't want to pay for a shirt. And then we'll go up here and get a free shirt. And we want them to kind of go to Turman, get your shirt, tie dye it, have some fun with it. And I thought it was a really good idea, something new and different. And I think it'll be good. And Turman will be right there located right in the corner of it's right there at the corner of Southbridge and.
Are you going to have a truck again this year?
West Main?
Didn't you guys have a truck there last year? Or a trailer or something?
Well, no, that was the stage.
That was the stage.
That's the stage.
Yeah.
They had that down in the kids zone.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
But we're not having that. I don't think so. I've got Josh on standby.
Yeah.
We had to create almost 24 new spaces this year.
Wow.
Yes, because we had so many additional vendors or vendors that wanted multiple booths this year, needed more room. And so we've actually moved quite a few of our businesses that do kid zone type activities into the actual kid zone so that we could alleviate some of that space on the roads. And so that may take it up. And then with the addition of the pony rides, the petting zoo, a larger petting zoo, and the foam guy, all of that, it just was like, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff happening.
Yeah.
So we're really excited for it all, but it just takes up a lot of real estate in downtown. So, but I'm really excited for that. And I'm really glad to have you guys back doing that.
Yeah,
this year.
we're glad to support. It's good to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you very much. And you'll also be able to listen in. We're going to be doing a LHOV tomorrow, but I don't know when it's going to air for Centerfest.
Okay,
so
very cool.
We'll have that out. Are you going to bring your little one again?
No, he's at school this week.
He's
I don't know
duck
why.
on me.
Yeah, I don't know why he was out of school last
I don't remember
year.
either.
He was there.
But he was the star of the show.
Yeah.
Star of
Well,
the show.
I'll bring Jackie, my new office manager.
So well, actually,
Okay.
I would love that because we do want to have like one of our actual vendors to talk to. So that would be super cool because we also have Nicole Johnson with the Bedford Tourism is going to come and talk about how Centerfest
Nice. I'll
affects
be
tourism.
glad to let Jackie know.
So that'd be cool.
She's going to be on.
I'm a
TV.
little disappointed you didn't call her a branch manager with the woodwork.
Oh yeah, branch.
Branch manager.
I'm gonna change her
Dun,
title
dun,
as soon as I get back to the office.
Change your title.
Love
That's
it.
fun. That's fun.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. So if anyone wants to get a hold of you,
Real
to
easy.
purchase lumber or have you come out and assess their land,
Yes.
what's the best way to do that?
Just shoot us a message or an email, tfp@theturmangroup.com. Follow us on Facebook and LinkedIn. We both have profiles there, Turman Forest Products. And, my number is easy to get a hold of.
Okay.
You can just search Joshua Bond, Turman Forest Products, and,
I can give you a personal. I'm just kidding.
yeah.
Personal
It rings
867-530.
BR 549.
So I ask every guest that comes on the podcast 2 different questions. And one is, how long have you been part of the Central Virginia Business Coalition?
3 years. I think this is the 3rd year.
Okay.
Yep.
And what do you think is the greatest benefit of being part of the CVABC?
Well, of course, Heather. I'm working with her team.
I'm 2 for 2
and
today.
and then
He said, I hate today.
and then just being a part of the community. Like I said, we're all Virginia based.
Right.
The core of us are from Floyd County. And but doing projects and events like this, you really get to immerse yourself in the community and meet people and just be a part of it. And just see, who you can help. We're all one big team. We're one community. So this is a great community event. And it's good to support it.
Awesome. So I'm going to throw a 3rd question on you.
Okay.
I'm interested. I want to know what it is.
So you're a sponsor of Centerfest, et cetera.
Yes.
Do you think that has been good for your business
Oh, absolutely. Well, I mean, of course, being the presenting sponsor, my name gets put on everything.
Right.
So that's good. And, the same reason, people are talking about us, people are seeing us, they see our logo, they see my name, they see my team's name, they get, it's just more, advertising, just name recognition, because we're not from this area. However, we've worked on both sides of Bedford, and, we have the dry kiln facility in Lynchburg, and then the dry kiln facility in Salem. We always wanted to be in this area because of the timber resource, and it's a great area to be in. So I mean, it's just more name recognition,
And I think too, really quick, is like with Centerfest as well, we get so many visitors to Centerfest that are outside of the Bedford community too. So we draw people in from North Carolina, the Roanoke and South,
it's a big event that's been
Northern
going for
Virginia.
How long?
This is the 43rd year of Centerfest. So, I think that also is helpful because a lot of our sponsors and our businesses don't just do business right here in Lynchburg. Right. They're in Richmond. They're in, like you said, you're in Floyd, you're in all these other places. So you never know where that connection is going to be made dependent upon who is visiting at the time. And then they're like, oh, hey, I live here and you do work there. I didn't know that. And then it strikes up a potential lead. So,
Well, even like people we do business with are vendors, or saw suppliers, people we buy diesel off of. I mean, there's so many different layers than, hey, we're here to buy timber, we're here to make relationships and support the community. So, it could be as simple as the propane supplier, whoever, there's a huge economic impact, and just, taking advantage of all those situations where you can get out and talk to people.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Well, thank you, Josh,
you're welcome.
For everything.
Thank you, guys.
We all appreciate you, and I'm glad you could come in and join us today. And
thank you.
We'll see you, and I'm going to tie-dye some shirts next week.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Looking forward to it.
Cool. Thank you. So we're going to switch gears from hardwood and lumber, and we're going to move over to roofing. And I'm going to have to actually let you tell me everything you guys do, because y'all have added to your repertoire. Oh, jinx. Of things that Perimeter Roofing does. And
yes.
So, but I want to start off, by saying, Perimeter Roofing, and I feel like today is like our Centerfest event sponsor big, episode, but, Perimeter is an annual presenting sponsor of the Central Virginia Business Coalition as a whole. And so when I say that, it's overall everything we do all year long, all the benefits, all the things. And so we're, greatly appreciative to you for that. But also they are a major sponsor of the Christmas parades this year, Lynchburg and Bedford. So they are one of our title sponsors for those parades as well. And Centerfest too. They'll be there. And we're going to chat about what you're going to be doing at your booth as well. So, but before we do, I want to kind of dive into Perimeter and all the things.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
You made us sound so important.
I try. Well, that's because y'all are important. I think, it's funny you say that, but again, small businesses are the backbone of our community, and they are important. And everything that you guys do, everything that all of your businesses here today do is community based. And I want people
running
to know
a business is not easy.
No,
right, Josh?
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's tough, especially these economic conditions that we're in right now.
Yeah,
it's tough. It takes a lot of hard work, a lot of commitment, a lot of dedication.
It does.
And we're seeing businesses closing every day, and that's the sad part. So when I see, talking to businesses that are thriving and growing, and it's not easy, you're right. And so it's good to be able to kind of talk with you guys and see, hey, what do y'all got going on?
Yeah. We all have adversity. And as you guys know, in the last 8 years, there's been a lot of ups and downs in the economy and lots of changes. And so, a lot of life lessons, a lot of great opportunity that we've had as well. To invest in the community and do a better job at serving folks. It's funny how Perimeter started up. My brother and I at the time were doing a patio enclosure for somebody and just doing a couple odds and ends, and an opportunity popped up. Somebody asked if we could manage an insurance restoration roofing company. And I think I had done maybe 2 roofs in my life, and I knew I didn't like it because it was really hard.
So pick that as a career path.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, that's what you do. You know, you pick, we got to challenge ourselves.
I get it.
I'm definitely not built as a roofer. I'm really tall and really big. And so when you bend over for a really long time, that's not a good, a good thing. But thankfully we got a lot of great people on our staff that love roofing and are good at it. And so this opportunity came up, we jumped in, and the business just really took off. Our first year in business was 100% paid for by insurance. We helped homeowners with some storms that had come through, and those storms lasted, we had storms off and on for about 3 years. This was back in 2016, 17, and 18. And we, I don't know, you might remember that big tornado we had.
Oh yeah.
It was like Armageddon in a lot of spots in Lynchburg. And so honestly, that is what shaped our story as a company, because at that time we were only doing roofing. And so when that storm came around, we were sort of thrust into all the other trades. There was all these other things going on. Homeowners had trees laying in their living rooms, and they needed somebody to put it all back together again. And they really only wanted to work with one person to do that.
Right.
And so that's when we picked up all the other exteriors. And so we were doing, at that time, we were doing roofing, gutters, windows, siding. We were doing it all, helping homeowners put their home back together. And so we kind of got thrust into it, and we had a great time figuring it out. And so now we've got great relationships with lots of different vendors and suppliers, and we've got expert installation teams that help us beautify people's homes and businesses.
Yeah,
Nice.
awesome.
Yep.
And I really talk about this. I haven't talked about it lately, so now it has been a while. I want to talk about the importance of, and then this may even go into Josh, like what you do, the importance of having a licensed contractor.
Oh yeah.
Somebody who is reliable, carries your insurance, come and do that work for you versus, I used to have all
Uncle
these
Bob.
issues where people would, you see online, hey, I need somebody to come and do this. And like, oh yeah, my brother Bob can get up there and help you with that. He can clean your gutters or install this for you. And if you're my dad, you jump on that and you pay,
Cash up front
and have a contract on a napkin, and away you go. And so I like to really hone in when I get the chance and tell us why it's so important for them to deal with, you guys versus old Bob that just, is taking a cut.
Josh, you want to take that, or you want me to?
I'll start with liability.
Yeah.
Just like, loggers and contract truckers we work with, we make sure they have general liability. We make sure they have all the licenses, the workers' comp. That's a big one.
Yeah.
That costs companies a lot of money. I mean, you guys would fall over if I told you how much I paid for general liability and workers' comp insurance.
I just renewed mine yesterday, and you wouldn't believe it. It's crazy.
Mine's 6 digits.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
wow.
It's
okay, mine's not that bad.
It's insane for a sawmill. As far as contractors, I had a contractor actually quote some roofing not long ago and give me this crazy price, but no insurance, no workers, no GL, nothing. So then you have the liability part.
Yeah.
And then you have the experience. Are they qualified to do that job?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I could tell you I could come paint your house for you, but it ain't gonna be pretty.
I mean, a good deal is not a good deal if you're not getting good work.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah, it's the same thing with us. So we do in-home care and things like that. And I see people on Facebook all the time, I need a private sitter to do this. And I'm like, well, you're not going to get a background check. You're not going to.
That's right.
They don't have any training. They don't have any support. If they're sick, nobody's coming from our team. Like, there's such an advantage to using licensed, insured.
Oh, for sure.
Workman's comp, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, all of that.
Any industry.
Like even with our foresters, I mean, all our foresters have forestry degrees, and then, from either, Virginia Tech, or Montana or West Virginia University, and then on the job training. I mean, like a forester, like they will not go out and buy timber for us unless they've worked in the company at least 2 years. So we know what we're doing and we have the experience to back it up.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, even if you are licensed, training is key.
Yeah.
You can go take a test and get your license, but you still don't know how. You don't have any hands-on practical experience in the field.
Right.
So You really have to, it's about hiring the people who have the experience and then making sure they're invested in your team.
Yeah.
Right.
Very much so. And of course, having a reputation too, because, you want a company that's been around for at least a couple of years, and you can kind of look back at Google reviews or whatever and make sure that they've got, that they stand behind their work and they do what they're supposed to do, because that's important too.
Yeah. And I will say, there's no company that's perfect, right?
No.
Every company is going to make a mistake here and there. I think the key is, how do you finish it? How do you, do you come back? Do you make it right?
How do you handle
you
it?
take care of it.
100%.
Yeah. I can give you a whole list of mistakes we've made, but we go back and we fix it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why, I hate when I see people just posting these reviews online. It's like, oh, they came out and they did this. They don't come back and say whether they talked to you and something got worked out or, things like that. They're quick to, like I've said before, they're quick to put out the bad, but not so quick to put out the good or have you helped. And, I know, on y'all's end, I think too, it says a lot, I feel, for a business in a way when you see, I want to say like low turnover, but like I know a lot of your people that have worked for you have been there for years, like since I've been working with you. I don't see a lot of turnover. I don't see a lot of people that are like, oh, they're not there. Same for you. I see the same Christmas parade time. I see the same folks always hopped up in the, in the cab of the truck or at the Centerfest booth. And I think that's good too, because it shows a sense of like how y'all do business as well. When you have happy employees and employees that are doing a good job or doing their job well, then I think that's also important when I'm, kind of talking with people. But
yeah, so it's funny you would say that, because I ran a report yesterday for my corporate office, and our turnover for the last year was at 8.2%, which is really good, especially when the national average for our industry is about 76%.
Good gravy.
Wow.
So,
well, we do have we've got some new people on our team, but I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stick around.
Right.
Well, that's good.
And growth, you always have new people when there's growth, right? So
yeah, absolutely. Sure. Yeah, we've definitely expanded. We've got more teams. In fact, this might be a good segue. We just launched a new division.
Yes.
For remodeling and restoration.
Oh, very cool.
And so certified in that, and a lot of opportunity. We brought on a new guy, Alec Gilman. He's been running remodeling for the last 9 years in this area. A lot of great success. And so we're going to be partnering up with him, and we're very excited. We're already rocking and rolling and doing a lot of projects. Awesome. So yeah, for folks who are looking for, to upgrade their home or a facelift on the house, we can help both exterior and interior. So pretty much from the ground up, we can help people.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it's like a one-stop shop for a lot of those items that somebody need. You're not having to use multiple contractors, which is good.
And when you're doing any kind of remodel or anything like that, or really any project, it is so nice to be able to go to one place and get everything done and not have to, you don't have to go here and get this and then here and get that. And you end up where they don't communicate, and then you're trying to coordinate getting them there.
Yes.
This person has to finish this before this person can do that. And it makes it hard. But when you've got it all under one roof, no pun intended, it's...
I like that.
Yeah, I like it. You can steal that. No charge.
Hey, thanks, man.
But yeah, when you've got it all under one roof, it makes it a whole lot easier. When you've got a project manager working with one company and handling everything for you, it makes it so much easier.
Yeah, and we've got a great team. We've got a great team of people. All homeowners are really looking for a great experience, and it really comes down to communication. And, everybody's got a different level of expectation on how they want to be communicated. And so, there's always room for improvement, but we are constantly looking for how do we make sure that customers, are having a great experience from beginning to end. And so far we have a lot of success.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's good.
What is your coverage area?
So mainly Lynchburg and surrounding areas. However, we do cover some of the neighboring markets, specifically with roofing and gutters. So the other trades are a little bit more complex, right? They're longer, it takes longer to complete those.
Right.
It makes it more challenging when we're working really far away from home base. On some of that. So it's sort of a case by case depending on what the project is. But when it comes to roofing, we're covering Roanoke, Lexington, Farmville, Danville, all the neighboring markets around the Lynchburg area.
Okay.
Awesome.
Perfect. So you guys will also have set up at Centerfest, and I know you're going to have, are you have your truck?
We are. We're going to have our truck, and we've got some free goodies.
Yes. So y'all did this a couple years ago and we're a huge hit.
Yeah. So nobody can steal this idea. This is ours. I already patented it. So you know.
Yeah. Do you want to tell us what it is?
I don't know. I want to kind of keep people, you know,
okay.
curious.
Tell me off air. I'm okay. Because it's going to drive me crazy.
Right.
Well, if you came a couple years ago and stopped by Perimeter's booth, you should know what we're talking about because they did this a few years ago. And it's, you know, I think it's great for those hot days and, you know, a little something free to hand out to your kiddos or even to you as an adult that may.
It's cold and sweet. Oh, that's all I'll say.
Ah, okay.
I love it.
I'm in.
It's exciting. So you definitely want to stop by Perimeter's booth and, you know, find out more about what they do and grab yourself a treat.
Yeah, we're going to have our whole team there, as many people as we can. We're all going to be there, ready to answer questions, help people. We'll set up inspections on the spot with people's schedules if they want us to come out. We'll be happy to help in any way we can.
Awesome. So we ask a couple questions to every guest that comes on today. It's 3 questions. And
now it's 3.
I bet you can't guess what it is. Well, today it is because we've got a bunch of sponsors in it.
Okay,
so
cool.
I wish I thought of this before PJ left, but that's okay. So how long have you been part of the Central Virginia Business Coalition?
At least 50 years.
At least 50 years? Well, it's been around since 1920. So
we've been around a long time. I don't know. How long has it been?
1905.
1905.
Maybe 3 or 4
Perimeter
years?
has been, at least 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Longer than Josh. I know that.
Well, I got both of y'all beat. So.
Or maybe we're tied.
I got both of y'all beat at 5 years. So
okay. All right.
And
you always got to one up us.
No, I do. And then what do you think is the greatest advantage of being part of this CVABC?
Definitely the networking, rubbing elbows with other businesses and the opportunity just to get out into the community. I think, you know, having these community events is really helpful. You know, as a business owner, you're focused on running your business. Yeah. And so having somebody say, hey, these events you should definitely come to. It's an opportunity to engage. It's nice to have a team to do that with. It is. And I'll tell you this too, like one of my favorite things is that, you know, to develop a marketing plan and go out and reach out to the community is hard, but having events like this where you can like, oh, I can go to this event and I can plan what I'm doing here, like something cold and sweet or tie-dye t-shirts, things like that. You can do activities with it and you're really just trying to engage with people. You're not trying to sell. You're just trying to let people know who you are and that you like to give back to the community. It's a great way to do that. Yeah, that's right. And you can't just sit up on the side of the road and do that yourself. So that's one of my favorite things. So yeah, I mean, our businesses are service oriented, right? Yeah, right. We're here to serve others. Right. However they need our help, we're the experts at what we do, so we can advise people on what they need. You know, the best solutions. I mean, homeowners don't want to make mistakes on their home, right? It's a big investment, right? So they're looking to us to get the right answers, right?
It's kind of like with all 3 of you, actually. People don't know they need you until they need you.
That's right.
And so even if it's something as little as maybe they've picked up a pen or, you know, they've picked up a magnet and it's stuck on their fridge. And then all of a sudden, hey, you know, I've had shingles fly off my roof because of a storm or my gutters are messed up or, you know, I need to go buy some lumber to make a deck for my front porch or I need, you know, in home care.
Yeah.
Then they're more apt to use somebody that they've kind of been face to face with and have met even in that little moment than just Googling.
That's right.
So yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
It is. So third question is, as a sponsor of the CVABC, how do you think that has benefited your business and are you glad that you do it?
Train.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, of course, investing in a good company and, you know, having Heather around, you know, I think she represents the network and the group very well. And she is very enthusiastic about what she does. And so that is contagious, kind of draws people in.
Right. Endless energy.
And, endless energy. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I would absolutely say it's been good.
Good. Awesome. We're glad that you're both sponsors of the CVABC. It helps us do things like this podcast and things throughout the year, Centerfest. And
one thing I was going to mention too before we go, I want to chat really fast while I have both of you here. Well, actually, all 3 of you here, because Christmas parades are coming up, and you guys all are a part of that. And we have announced, you know, our theme for this year, and applications are open. And so it's Inside Santa's Workshop.
Oh, it's a great theme.
And it's
who came up with that?
the float sponsor, Visiting Angels, came up with our theme this year, and we're really excited for it.
It's perfect for a timber company.
Yeah. So, I know both of you guys are planning on having, your floats in there and a big presence in the parade. And I guess I was just going to kind of touch on, that's a little bit of a different community event.
It is.
Than Centerfest. So just kind of going into how excited are y'all for that? Or do you have any ideas of what you're doing for it?
I'm excited for that. And I think my favorite thing is again, it's not a selling thing. Yes, there's marketing involved, things like that. But the biggest thing is like the Christmas parade has a lot of memories for a lot of people. And, people who went to the Christmas parade when they were kids are now taking their kids and grandkids and things like that. Mm-hmm. And it's things that family can do together. There's no cost for people to come and stand on the side of the road and watch. And I love that it's in Bedford and Lynchburg. So it's not just Lynchburg or not just Bedford, but it's a whole wide community. And I just love that it's a way for the CVABC as a whole and for the individuals that make the floats to be able to give back to the community and give those memories and that experience.
Mm-hmm. I love, and I know we're starting to see more floats. I want to bring that back. I feel like when I was younger, you saw a lot more of that versus just people walking and throwing candy or just driving in their car like, hey, here I am.
Call me out, why don't you?
So I love having, Mike.
Are we allowed to throw candy now?
So technically, you're not allowed to throw candy.
So we don't throw it, we pass it.
You pass
it. You
pass
it out.
And we bring chocolate too.
And you can gently toss if you're walking.
Gently toss.
Just don't
Okay.
Throw at
rules only apply.
So underhanded only.
And I'm a big believer in rules can only be, rules are only valid if they can be enforced.
Yeah,
that's true. Who's monitoring this? I don't know.
The biggest problem with the throwing, the reason that we have to put out there no throwing, is that we have too many people that they don't throw it far enough. Like they're on a float and they just kind of toss and it's in the middle of the road. And you've got children that just boom, they run out into the road to get the candy. And then you worry about, is a car going to see them? Is a car going to hit them?
You got big trucks pulling big floats, and can they
So what you're saying is throw it harder.
Exactly.
That's exactly
don't
what
beat them in the
Get your
head.
candy cannon ready.
Yeah.
But
Can we modify a t-shirt gun to shoot
Absolutely.
candy?
I was just a potato gun came to mind, and I'm thinking of a product right now. So
that would be fun. But yeah, I love to see the floats. You guys have had a great one the last couple of years.
Yeah, we bring our 45-foot tractor trailer and a wheel loader, like a big Volvo or Lugon wheel loader.
And you have it shaped like a cabin, though.
Oh, yeah. So we have the little
pretty cool.
Yeah, we have a little cabin on it. We'll probably do something new this year. And we always bring chocolate.
That's what I was thinking of.
Bring 100% chocolate for the kids.
Nice.
I'm going to have to raid their stash before I walk away from
It's a nice
setup
stash.
area.
I think last year it was like $300, $300-$400 worth of chocolate.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty cool. So, but I'm excited for that. And I know you guys are planning something, and I'm sure you're not going to tell me what it is, but
yeah, we definitely are going to have more engagement this year than in previous. And so very excited about that. We're going to bring some extra trucks out, and we are talking about a float design. We've been talking about a float design for the last 3 or 4 years, and it always is like, it's this grandiose idea, and I'm like, well, this is going to cost a fortune.
Yeah.
And so we have to kind of scale it back. But this year, I think we're gonna try to do it a little bit bigger than we have, and we'll see how it goes.
I forget. We came up with we came up with something when I was over there.
This was
I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was Dawn's idea.
We were brainstorming.
She had said we should build like a roof on a trailer.
Yep.
Nice.
And then have like Santa's helpers working on the roof while it moves down.
That was it.
Dropping things down.
And then and then have Santa in the chimney, like popping up and out. Yeah. Right? Like so. Yeah. Josh, if you can help me put that together, that'd be great.
I will offer you some discount for the float.
That would be awesome. I just wanted to bring that up while I had all three of you here, because I know that y'all also play a big part into the Christmas parades. And now, it's weird to think that it's September. We're already talking about Christmas parade stuff, but really, in reality, we only have 2 months before we have to send out, everyone's parade lineup.
That's
and
right.
2.5 months before we're cruising on down the road. So it's nuts to me how quick this year has flown by.
Yeah. Well, the turnout for the parade is fantastic. I mean, it is a really great time, and you said it right. It's all about the memories.
Yeah.
not just the memories for those that are, that are there to receive and just kind of watch, but for everybody participating. It's just a lot of, I got a lot of great memories over the years of connecting with folks in the company. And really, it's just kind of it's hard to wipe the smile off your face, because all the kids are happy and they're getting tons of candy. And then, of course, you got Frito-Lay throwing out bags of chips.
That's right.
That's my favorite. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
And so
we'll have to look for their lineup and see where they're at.
Yeah, they do that every year in Lynchburg. I haven't gotten them to come to Bedford yet, but they do every year in Lynchburg, and
it's a big Frito-Lay tractor trailer, so it's easy to spot.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Huge. How he maneuvers that through. Actually, I don't know how y'all maneuver some of these large trucks. Every single year in Bedford, I'm always not so much when you guys come through. Y'all have a big truck, but it's like when they bring the ladder truck, the fire truck, that scares me every year because they're like all over the place. And
ours is like total like 60 some feet.
Yeah.
We slide the axles up on the trailer, and then everybody's got radios. I have a radio. Truck driver's got a radio. I always have 2 people in front, 2 people in the back. Then I have everybody giving out everybody passing the candy out.
So kudos to your drivers.
We're communicating because that last thing I want to do is anybody get hurt.
Yeah.
Right. See, I thought it would be fun to have like a fleet of go-karts.
Oh, that would be cool.
Like that.
I think that would draw a lot of attention.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like it.
I just don't have any go-karts.
What about ATV?
Well, yeah, you could do it. You could do 4-wheelers, but
some dirt bikes.
Maybe I'll just go talk to Putt and see if they'll let me borrow them for the day.
Can I have all your go-karts?
Nice.
Hey, wouldn't be not a bad thought.
It's not a bad promotion for them either.
Call Kim and ask her, hey, Kim, can we borrow your go-karts?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. This has been a really fun episode, and I love being able to talk about upcoming events and then talking with you guys about your business. It's been awesome.
And I'm glad that we had 3 guests today to make up for not having a show last week.
Exactly. That's what we just figured. Hey, Woody, we're going to just pack it all in here. Thanks for going on vacation.
Yeah.
Thanks,
right.
Woody.
Anytime y'all want me to.
Next time you go on vacation, I'm going with you.
Y'all come on. It's fun. We had a great time.
I'll be your putt caddy.
There you go.
Hey, real quick before we get off get off the phone. We're not on the phone, but before we get off here, did you guys try the new y'all got the Mickey beignets? Did you get the cookies and cream ones?
Oh gosh, yes. They're delicious. We had a total of 6 beignets over the week, and I feel, oh my God, it was delicious.
I've heard they're delicious. I want one, but they're going to be gone by the time I get down there in November, so I can't have any. And so thanks for not bringing me.
They were amazing. My apologies.
Thanks a lot.
Yep. When we get off the air, please talk about that more.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for listening to Talk Local to Me. If you have any questions about any of the events we spoke about today or any of the businesses that we spoke with, want to get more information, find out more about them, you can go to our website at
cvabc.org. Hope you have a great Wednesday, and we'll see you next week.